Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very, very important live stream. Today is the first live stream for the month of August, and this time I thought that instead of talking only focusing majorly on Nifty levels, I thought this time let's start the stream with something new, something. Of course, Nifty levels are also super important, but let's start it with something which is really happening, and the happening thing right now in the Indian stock markets is अच्छा मुझे लगा स्ट्रीम अटक गई थी okay, the happening thing in the Indian stock markets right now is the quarterly results that are coming out, right? uh, मुझे अभी भी वेटिंग क्यों दिख रहा है? नहीं, watching watching आ रहा है अभी. Okay, fantastic. Is there a lag or is it, am I properly audible, properly? Because I can see my stream which is hanging a little bit. Okay then. Okay, perfect. Chalo, so it is hanging at my end. Lag, exactly. Lag. Okay, 1 minute. Let me see if other. Okay, I've just. You're audible, but there is a lag. Some people are saying no lag. It paused for a few seconds, hanging. Okay, now it's fine. Still, I can see some lag. Okay, no worries. I think we'll start. As and how the stream starts heating up, maybe the lag will vanish, and we will be able to enjoy the entire live stream. So let us start today's discussion with majorly two stocks, and these two stocks are the ones which have come up with fantastic quarterly results. I'm sure everyone by now is aware of the fact that Q1 results are almost out. Almost all the big companies is majorly lagging. Okay, just give me 1 second. I don't know what to do. Let me shift. Now, is it okay or is it still going bad? Maybe network issues. I'm on the Wi-Fi network now. I think it is way too better. Okay. No, still lagging. Okay. Now, is it okay or is it still going bad? Maybe network issues. I'm on the Wi-Fi network now. Statue. I think it is way too better. Okay. No, still lagging. Okay. Now, is it okay or is it okay? Perfect. I think let me start. I'll not just wait. I hope that the Wi-Fi issues will get cleared out in some time. Just in case if there is a lag right now, don't worry. Video audio separate. Okay, no worries. Once the stream is over, you will be able to see the complete version without any lag, is what I personally believe. The YouTube automatically adjusts the entire video at a later point in time, right? So as of now, whatever you can digest, please try to digest. Super important things coming up. So let us start and focus on the key points. So what I will do is I will share my screen. Nice. Screen sharing will take the issue to a much bad point. Let me just tell right away. First, I would want to tell you about two mid-cap stocks and which have come up with great results. So I will just try. If the screen lags terribly, then I will have to share. I will have to stop sharing my screen. But these are two stocks which I wanted to show you, which have come up with really, really good numbers. Now, which are these two stocks? The very first stock is Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals. Okay, so I'm on screener, and here you can see today the stock again was at a 5% upper circuit. It has been in circuit for the last 4 days back to back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in the quarters section of screener for this specific stock. Now, if you see from March 22 to June 22, there has been a mind-blowing increase in sales from 2,000 crore rupees to 3,000 crore rupees. That's almost a 50% jump in the sales. If you check out the profitability from 500 crores, it has gone to almost 750 crores. Again, a similar situation here. Very important point, operating profit margin has been more or less similar, because otherwise we saw the impact of inflation coming in for many stocks, right? But for this one, the margins are almost intact at a similar percentage. If we get down to the profitability, final profitability margin, the profit before tax has gone up from 420 crores to 650 crores. So all in all, I can say amazing results by Deepak Nitrite, Deepak blah, 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 blah. Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals. So fantastic results given by this company. I hope you have understood the basic points. Why am I saying that this company came up with the good results? Now, for those who are my pro investor members, I'm also going to talk about one or two important points about Deepak Fertilizers again. But for those who are my pro investor members, feels very good. See, I'm not saying that I give all I don't give any recommendation, I don't give any tips and all that. Everyone knows that by now. I need not repeat this every single time. But I really feel good that whenever me and my team we do a fundamental analysis of any stock, and if the stock performs well, then feels good. It's like pat on the back given by the stock market, that yes, your analysis was to the mark, and that is how the stock performed. I remember I discussed this same stock barely 2 to 3 months ago, and when I discussed it for my pro investors, it was a live stream, and at that time the price of this stock was around 570 rupees, 571 to be precise. And today, if you check the price, I'll show you the price chart as well. Today, if you check it, it has closed at 841 rupees. So this is up by what percentage? This is up by almost 47 percentage since we had discussed this stock. So feels good whenever we discuss any stock, and everyone knows my style of discussion. It is absolutely in detail. So I always tell all my viewers that investing in knowledge fetches the best returns. So, just in case if your pro investor membership has expired, this is the right time. In Marathi, we say, "हीच ती वेळ, हाच तो क्षण." Uh, Renew your pro investor memberships. If any of my team members is on the screen right now, I'm requesting, please just paste the link of our channel memberships on the live stream, so that it'll be easier for people to go and check out the link which has to be clicked, and then they'll be able to join the memberships, right? Well, going back to screener, if I were to go to investors tab, in investors tab you can see that FIIs, in spite of FIIs selling madly for this specific stock, if I'm talking about even March 21 or even June 21 to June 22, June 21 FII stake was 2.95%, and June 22 FII stake is 15.98%. Wow, that's a huge number, isn't it? So FIIs have been showing good amount of confidence in this stock. So looks good. Now the only problem is that it has run up too much. Just in case if you have so if you were my pro investor member, if you felt that okay, the analysis was good, if you felt that yes, it's worth investing in the stock, and had you invested in that, then the story is different, right? But entering this stock at this level can be a little bit tricky. Why? If you see here, today the stock was up 5%, yesterday it was up 2%, day before yesterday again 5%, uske pehle bhi 5%, and uske pehle it was again 5%. So almost 22% rise in last 4 to 5 days. So again, going at this level in the stock can be a little bit risky. So I would not want anyone to take fresh propositions, that too in bulk. I mean, of course, final call is yours. I'm no one to tell. Okay. But I personally will not enter at this level. This can be, I mean, upside is a little bit limited here. But if you still want to know what could be the possible upside, see, I'll tell you the target. There is an amazing pattern, technical analysis pattern, which you can see here. I've also drawn it so that we don't waste a lot of time during the stream. And if you have done my course on technical analysis, you would already be knowing that this is known as a cup and a handle pattern. So I'm tracing my mouse here. This is a cup. So this is like similar to a rounding bottom formation. So a cup and followed by a handle. So this is the neckline, right? So this distance of almost almost 390, this I have to add up to the neckline, and this target then comes up to almost 900 rupees. Still the stock is at 840. The upper target does come up at 900, but then be sure that here the risk reward ratio may not be that great. Maybe if you are in front of your trading screens all the time, then maybe you can take a call on your own. But again, let me just quickly repeat: fundamentals very good, quarterly results fantastic. Number 3, technically as well, cup and handle pattern, the target comes to 900. So if you also want to check out my course on technical analysis, you can. If anyone from my team is here, okay, I can see my team members here in the stream. Please paste the link of the technical analysis course as well, so that can be easier for all our viewers to navigate through, right? So Deepak Fertilizers, I hope the story is very much clear. Let me take you to the second stock without any delay. The second stock, which has given again great results, is Varun Beverages. Okay. So even if you see for this stock, I'm directly going to jump to the quarters. And here, if you see quarters, oh, by the way, I'm not comparing YOY. What is YOY? I will not compare June 21 with June 22. Reason is absolutely very simple. June 21 was the Corona, second I forgot. Second wave of Corona was June 21. So makes no sense comparing June 22 with June 21. It is going to be a very bright picture. But if I compare QOQ, that is March 22, I'm comparing with June 22. So June 22 has done again very well as compared to March 22. The sales have jumped from almost 2,800 crores to 4,955 crores, so almost clocking 5,000. If you see operating profit margins solid at 1,251 crores, so here this is more than two times jump, and the operating profit margin percentage is at the highest right now at 25%. Even if you check the profit before tax is like crazy, very, very, very high. So it is something like sales has barely grown 2 times. I should not say that, but still a good growth. Or I can say somewhere around 1.7 times it might be, but not 2 times. Operating profit has grown by more than 2 times, and net profit has grown by more than 3 times. Fantastic. An EPS of 3.91 has now turned into an EPS of 12.12. So very good results by Varun Beverages. By the way, let me again clarify one more point, that whatever company I'm discussing right now, I'm not doing a hardcore fundamental analysis of the stock. I'm just focusing on the quarterly numbers. So if you were to take any decision, I would request everyone to check through the all different parameters of fundamental analysis, right? And if you don't know what is fundamental analysis, again, if you want to learn fundamental analysis in detail, I would request my team members to just paste the link of the fundamental analysis course as well. So those especially want to at least go to the page and check out what are the various topics which are covered in the course. At least that you should go and check out. So anyways, the link will be given, but if you just go on to the website and if you go to the stock market courses section, here you can very clearly see that in the category of, let us say, Android, iOS, whatever, there are different categories as well. But in the intermediate course here in company analysis, I would recommend everyone to at least go and see what all things are covered in this entire course. Okay, this will help you to understand what all things you can get a chance to learn through this course in a systematic way, right? Moving on to the technical analysis of Varun Beverages, I'm just quickly going to the chart. Before that, I guess I did not talk about the FII position. For Varun Beverages as well, FIIs have increased their stake if I'm comparing June 21 with June 22. June 21 stake was at 20.73%, and now it is at 23.93%. So FIIs have also increased their stake in this stock. So all in all, I can say quarterly numbers very well presented by Varun Beverages. Happy with the numbers. Okay. Now comes an interesting parameter here in Varun Beverages, and I had drawn this line almost 3-4 days ago when I was just trying to analyze this, the numbers of Varun Beverages. See, this is E date, so 1st of August when the earnings came up, and I was just trying to analyze the stock, what could happen with this. So here, a very interesting point I saw here, that on 13th July, a high was made at 872. Okay. And on 1st August, when the results were out, it made a fresh high of almost 926 closing basis pay. Okay, 926. So here you can see in the price action, it has gone up, but the RSI has shown a lower low. So RSI divergences are again fun to watch. It's a big topic again to discuss. It has been discussed in detail in my technical analysis course. But anyways, moving ahead with that, here you can see what has happened in the price action analysis after that. One red candle agreed 1%, but next day almost 3% up, and today almost 6.5% up. Right now it is above the R2, and it might, I mean, if the momentum continues, then R3 is at 1065. So again, risk reward, be careful. But then you might be like, Rachana, if all these stocks have already run up, why are we even discussing about these stocks? Okay, very important point that you must understand as to why we are discussing these stocks in spite of the run up that we have seen in the stock. See, whenever any company comes up with good quarterly numbers, it is ought to happen that the stock will run up very quickly, right? It will give a reaction to that. And we always feel bad that, oh my God, I missed out the train. I was not able to make the profit. It is absolutely okay with that. Okay. You have to make a point that you note down these stocks, you note down these fundamentally strong stocks. Okay, if you are noting these stocks down, if the market corrects, okay, now why could the market correct, is there any reason for the correction in the market, is what we are going to discuss in the immediate next section of the video. But if the markets were to correct, then you should not again start thinking आता कुठला stock घ्यायला पाहिजे, which stock is good, which stock is bad. That is not the time to think. Then you should have a list ready with you. And if you feel that whatever analysis I presented right now, after doing a little bit more fundamental analysis, if you feel that yes, this stock is good, then make a note of it. If market falls because of certain factors which we're going to discuss right now, you may consider this adding up to your portfolio. But again, as I always tell, final decision is yours. Okay, what could go wrong? Right now markets are in absolute bull phase. I do love bull phases, but right now I'm a little bit worried as well, right? Of course, China is making certain statements. I just read a few minutes ago that China said we are not really wanting to go ahead with a war. These were normal drills that we have conducted. But everyone knows that the Taiwan China tension is definitely a question mark for many of us right now. Not only on a geopolitical basis, but also from the stock market perspective as well, right? Everyone has seen about the visit of Nancy Pelosi, who went to Taiwan, and there were big question marks right there that after she returns to USA, can something happen? The day she returned to USA, immediately within few hours, China started its military drills. And in fact, I read this in the news that after she left Taiwan, Chinese military carried out precision strikes, mock drill types in the eastern part of Taiwan Strait. So when I say precision drills, is that any country wants to show their power that I can hit the target from a big distance. That's something like a precision drill. Okay, so Taiwan China tension is there. That's a global negative factor, is what I can say. Today late evening, this is somewhere around 5:30 in the evening today, one more very important news came up. If you have read about this, I'm not sure. Bank of England rate hike today. Inflation in London is expected to go up to 13%. Current it is 9.4%. I mean, this is maddening for developed economies. And hence, Bank of England, the Monetary Policy Committee has hiked the rate by 50 basis points. Their reference rate stands now at 1.75%. The previous highest rate was at 1.25% in the late 2008. Okay, so always understand whenever any big economy. So everyone knows what happened with USA. They also increased their Fed rate. Bank of England is increasing their benchmark rate right now. With all these things in picture, if inflation is if to curb inflation they have to raise the rates, then obviously the manufacturing activity is going to slow down. And if that happens, then there is no need for me to tell you that I'm not saying that it will be a maddening recession, a recession, nothing like that. But we have to be careful. I mean, the market, the level at which we are right now, I would not be comfortable adding huge positions on the upward side because of a lot of uncertainties that I can see at a global level. Okay, Taiwan, China, everyone knew, but right now there are certain developments that have happened. So I would be a little bit more cautious. Bank of England, the news came today evening. One more news which came up, PMI, the PMI data. Again, if you don't know what is PMI data, time to check out my economics for stock market course. In that, I've explained in absolute detail what is PMI. So many points we have taken up. Team, if you can just paste the link of trading of our economics for stock market course as well, and also for everyone's benefit, if you can paste the link of trading economics website as well. So this is a website, trading economics. Here, what we are going to do, we are going to go to USA first, okay, and understand PMI for USA. For those who don't know what PMI is, in simple terms, I'll just quickly tell you. If PMI is below 50, it's not rated to be good. Okay, so right now, just remember this: below 50 is not that great. So I'm going to manufacturing PMI for USA. Just have a look at this. This is the 60 level. This is the 58 level. This is 56 level. It has been above 56 for almost all the months, barring Jan 22, which was still at 55 plus. Have a look at the last 2 months when they are trying to curb inflation to the next possible level. They are saying we want to bring down inflation by hook or crook, and see what has happened to that hook or crook. It has gone down like anything from almost 57 to less, a little bit lower than 53. And right now, it is almost touching 52. Okay, so I agree it is above 50, but in that case, this drastic drop is also not which will be taken positively by the markets, right? This is about USA. So we did discuss about USA. We did discuss about England right now. What about India? Where are we? So here we have a pleasant surprise. If we look at the PMI data of July, this is the latest data which is available. Obviously, we have just started August, but the latest data which came up for PMI of July for India, it's up. And in the last entire year almost, this is the second highest. Or kya chahiye? So, I mean, again, has not got anything to do with politics, but whatever I see on television, that what is this government doing? What is wrong with our government? So much inflation, this, that. I believe we are economic students. Data speaks louder than the noise, right? Everyone knows what's happening with Pakistan right now. Everyone knows what's happening with Sri Lanka right now. Everyone knows that there are many countries which are facing the heat of inflation. Aren't we facing the heat of inflation? Yes, even we are. And that is the reason why I believe that in tomorrow's monetary policy, I hope you're aware about this as well. RBI will announce the new rates tomorrow. And I'm not sure exactly at what time, but of course in the morning, the rates will come up, and it is expected somewhere around 25 basis points to 50 basis points hike. Okay. But in spite of the inflation, we are nowhere close to the recession. In fact, in India, it is such an encouraging figure that we can see PMI is above 56. This is better than USA right now. So please try and understand the economics part, and then you will be in a much better position to even talk to others as to what is happening in overall globally versus what is happening in India right now. Correct? Now, even if you're checking, if you check the auto data right now, which came up on the first, again, a basic point that auto data is declared on the first of every month. And even in July, the number of cars sold stood at more than 3.4 lakh cars. Okay. So this is almost a growth of 6.5%. And the industry has recorded its monthly highest monthly volume in July 22 for the entire year 2022. And also one more important figure, that it crossed 3 lakh cars sold or dispatched for this is the 4 months in this calendar year. So from Jan to July, this was the 4th month wherein we saw more than 3 lakhs cars being sold. This is again very good, right? One last point about macroeconomics, which I would want to tell, is that what is happening in the about the liquidity in the Indian systems. Just would want to present this fact in front of you, that our government has given these figures wherein they say surplus liquidity is down to 76,034 crores as on July 28th, latest data available, from 8.12 lakh crores on 4th of April. So please understand what is this all about. During Corona times, to boost the overall economic activity, a lot of liquidity is pumped in the market. Okay, when a lot of liquidity is pumped in the market, demand is revived, but along with demand, inflation also goes up. Okay, so when we have to tighten the inflation, when we have to put the brakes to inflation, we have to suck out the excess liquidity from the system. How much was the liquidity? Liquidity was at 8.12 lakh crores, and from that we have come down to only 76,034 crores. So this is definitely a good sign. So let us see that what RBI does tomorrow, whether they give more importance to this fact and do a less aggressive rate hike, or whether they give importance to this fact that even Europe is hiking, even US is hiking. This is the time even we should hike it and try to get over this for once. So it'll be really interesting to watch what happens tomorrow. Is going to be an important day. This decides your loan installment. This decides that could FD rates go up in the future. This would definitely have an impact on the bond yields and many more contain काहीतरी म्हणतात त्याला ripple effect, simple word. I was trying to think of some fancy word. Nahi jamna wala. Ripple effect can be created with this. Okay. Chalo. So I hope you have understood all the basic points about macroeconomics as well. Before I move on to the part of Nifty levels, I would just want to have a quick check as usual. What is the scenario? I'm not sure. I'm not able to see the likes, dislikes thing. But I mean, even if I'm not able to see this, that is okay. I completely understand. I'm 100% sure that likes are not going to be up to the mark. So please take a moment and hit that like button. Okay, will help the YouTube algorithm to spread this live stream, which has data packed in it, lots of important data, so that even many people who are interested will be able to watch this later as well. So let me come to the final segment of our live stream. Should not take a lot right now. Okay, first of all, I'll talk about the candle. This is what today's candle looked like, and this is called as a hanging man. Yesterday also a very similar hanging man candle was formed. So 2 days back to back hanging man, not considered as a good sign. Okay, this in individuality as well is taken as a candle of reversal. If a hanging man candle is formed at the end of an upward trend, I can't say whether this is the end of an upward trend or not, but whatever we can see visually right now, already it has run up quite a bit. And how much is this quite a bit? Just for your understanding, this is more than 14 to 15% from the bottom. At this, if I'm seeing a hanging man candle, I will be a little bit cautious right now. I mean, the maximum upside, if you want to ask me, maximum upside by the end of August also, ideally this could be it. But if it were to go ahead, I think maximum 17,717, the next R1, okay, resistance 1, 17,717 is what I can see as on date. Okay, see, if global factors change, whatever I'm saying right now will obviously change. Okay, so don't take out sentences in singularity. Whenever I'm saying that this is the maximum upside I can see right now, this is as on date with whatever knowledge we have right now. Something changes in US China Taiwan equation, things might change. Okay, our RBI monetary policy tomorrow, whatever it comes up, the equations might change. But whatever I see as of now, I don't think markets can cross 17,700 in the next few days or weeks. R1 at that level. One more coincidence point is that here, if you see, we have been drawing this since a long time. High, lower high, lower high, and even if this were to continue, this could be the lower high, and this again coincides with 17,700 mark. So I believe this is it. Should not go much beyond this. If I were to also draw a Fibonacci level quickly from the top, this was the topmost point. From this, it went down to this level, 15,200 roughly. So here you can see, yes, it has definitely honored. It is taking support at the 61.8 retracement, that is 17,300 mark. So 17,300 is definitely a good support. This is a 61% Fibonacci retracement. And today it went below that, but again, finally closed above this. This has been happening for the last 4 days back to back, that it is testing the 61.8 ka level, Fibonacci level, but it is still honoring that as on date. If this is broken with volumes, then we may see a downside. One last point I would want to add up, this time for Bank Nifty, not for Nifty though. It has been a long time since we have not talked about Bank Nifty, but a very similar line we can see in Bank Nifty. See, high, lower high, and if when I drew this lower high. This is 28th July. It went up and today it retraced to this level. Now, if it is a breakout and retracement, and if it sustains above here, we can see the bull run continuing again. But looking at the current market conditions, if this is not honored, we can see the slippage. First pivot is at 36,000, then 34,000, and then 31,000. Okay, I'm not saying this will happen in a day or two, but be careful. I don't see this level to be very happy-go-lucky kind of level. You have to be really, really, really cautious at this level. A lot of global factors in play right now, so don't be in a hurry to take any decision right now. Be cautious is what I would want to tell everyone, right? One or two quick questions after which we stop for the day. Hemanji says, Namaskar Rachana ji. Namaskar Hemanji. Thursday live streams are incomplete without Namaskar Rachana ji. Okay. Next one. Welcome to all the members. Ritik, M. Asuti, Niltu Vlogs. Welcome to memberships. Even Pavan. And there's one question by Books and Tech. Please check Mangalore Chemicals and Tube Investments. Okay. No more super chats, please. Join late. Is it the right time to go ahead with the third installment? Because all your stocks gone up far ahead. Ew! Thank you, Vijay. Vijay saying that, Rachana, whatever stocks you had discussed, the 5 stocks that I had discussed when market was at 15,200 level, and I had told that I am at least putting my 2 installments. So first installment I had done a separate live stream. For the second installment also I had done a second separate live stream. So whatever stocks I had discussed, again, feels very happy if the analysis goes in the right direction. All 5 stocks are doing well. Vijay ji is asking, is this the time to go ahead with the third installment? I'm not going ahead with the third installment right now because as I told right now, I'm not comfortable with the current market position. I would want to see how things pan out in the next few days and then would take a decision. Okay. Books and Tech says, ma'am, please check Mangalore Chemicals and Tube Investments. Okay, I'll just do a quick check. Mangalore Chemical. It is at S2 right now. No, it is at pivot right now. Okay. If you're talking about technically, it is looking good. Technically at MACD, there is... okay, I'll just quickly share my screen as well. Others, request everyone, no more super chats, please. I'm going to stop in another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, I'll just take 1 or 2 random questions after this super chat. The question is about Mangalore Chemicals and Tube Investments, right? Okay. So if you see here, Mangalore Chemicals, MACD, it is about to have a crossover. If you check out the RSI is almost at 66. So good. It has come up with big volumes. I think there might be some event today. Otherwise, such a huge volume we have seen rarely. Very few days we have seen such a rare, huge volume, right? And this definitely seems to be a breakout. But again, same thing. Macro factors are right now a bit topsy-turvy. Whenever you are entering at such a situation, be cautious. Even if you have decided to invest, my personal opinion will be only one installment out of whatever you have decided. Okay. So Tube Investments would be the next one to go ahead with. Kya baat hai? Again, a similar scenario. MACD about to cross over. RSI above 60 and above pivot with volumes are a little bit okayish. How about the DMA? 50 DEMA के ऊपर है, 200 DEMA के भी ऊपर है. Looks good to me. Technically, nothing problematic. Okay. All right. One question is, can we start trading after taking your F&O course? Tyagarajan asks. Tyagarajan, so what I have done in my F&O course is that I have explained everything right from basics in the F&O course, assuming that you don't know anything about futures and options. Okay, that is the base level through which we have started. Number 2, have I discussed a lot of things to consider before taking any position? Yes, I've told how fundamental analysis is to be done before taking any position, how technical analysis is to be done before taking any position, right? In addition to that, every third Saturday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., I have Zoom sessions with those who have enrolled for the course. Okay. So you can also ask your doubts in the Zoom session. As far as can you start trading, answer is yes. Why not? It's my personal suggestion would be that because of the current market scenario, it would be highly recommended that you first start with paper trades and then go ahead with actual trades, because you would be starting in a scenario where there are lots and lots of question marks. So be careful. I would first want you to do a paper trade and then go ahead. Next is, when might Infosys and Wipro reach previous heights? Infosys almost has catched up with its previous high. A little bit pain in the IT sector is there, but I mean, I can't tell you when, but ek din zarur jayega. All right. Anyone does have 15, 20%? 5% discount is available. You can use the course code CARRYT and try this out. Use this CARRYT. Okay, I'm expecting dip in the, okay, this will be the last question. I'm expecting dip in Devyani. I missed that 140 level. I want market to crash to re-enter. Vijay Krishnan. So Vijay Krishnan wants to enter, and that is why he wants a market crash. This is not good. Okay, anyways, but if you see the Devyani chart, it has done very well. It has again gone back to the 180 plus levels. Today it was down merely by 1%. But I have been, again, this was one of my previous stock of the months. And when we had discussed it, it was around 155, 160, I remember vaguely. But I told that if you get it at around 150 levels, mouth-watering price. And those who entered at 150 levels are again happy. Of course, based again on their analysis as well, right? Last question: HCL Tech or ITBs? Depends. If you are if you are very much comfortable with the fundamental analysis of HCL Tech, I personally believe it's a good stock. In that case, I would not have gone ahead with ITBs. I would have gone ahead with a specific stock. ITBs, of course, will diversify your risk. All right, I think I've done with majority of the questions. I took few super chats and a lot of normal questions as well. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I'll see you in the next live stream on the next Thursday. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.